Next question. Your company wants to migrate a mission critical application to GCP. The application is currently hosted in your on-premise data center and runs several VMs. Your migration manager has suggested a lift and shift to Google Compute Engine virtual machines and has asked you to ensure application scales quickly, automatically and efficiently based on CPU utilization. What should you do? The answer is deploy the application to Google Compute Engine managed instance group with the auto scaling enabled based on CPU utilization. Okay. Your company is migrating all applications from on-premises data center to Google Cloud, and one of the application is depend on WebSockets protocol and session affinity. You want to ensure this application can be migrated to Google Cloud platform and continue serving requests without issues. What should you do? We need to discuss with the load balancer options with the relevant teams. This is the answer. We need to discuss load balancer options with the relevant teams. Your organization processes a very high volume of time-stamped IoT data. The total volume can be several petabytes. The data needs to be written and changed at high speed. You want to use most performant cloud storage option for your data. What should you use? Which product should you use? Okay, whenever there is a time-stamped IoT data or several petabytes data, high speed, these terms, we can choose the cloud big table as answer. The deployment team currently spends a lot of time creating and configuring VMs in Google Cloud Console and feel they could be more productive and consistent if the same can be automated using infrastructure as code. You want to help them identify a suitable service. What will you recommend? Answer is deployment manager. You work for a multinational consumer credit reporting company that collects and aggregates financial information and provides a credit report for over 100 million individuals and business. The company wants to trial a new application for a small geography and required a relational database for storing important user information. Your company places a high value on reliability and requires point-in-time recovery while minimizing operational cost. What should you do? Here, the main terms are relational database, point-in-time recovery. So, the answer is store the data in Cloud SQL for MySQL instance. Ensure binary. Cloud SQL is a relational database. Next question. Your company owns a mobile game that is popular with the users all over the world. The mobile game backend uses Cloud Spanner to stores user state. An overnight job exports user state to a cloud storage bucket. Your operations team need access to monitor the Spanner instance but not have the permissions to view or edit user data. What IAM role should you grant the operations team? So the question is about the IAM role. The answer is grant the operations team role/monitoring.viewer IAM role. Next question. Your company has an App Engine application that needs to store stateful data in a proper storage service. Your data is non-relational data. You do not expect the database size to grow beyond 10 GB and you need to have the ability to scale down to 0. to avoid unnecessary cost. Which storage service should you choose? The answer is Cloud Data Store. Cloud Data Store is a non-relational database. Cloud Data Store is the answer. A mission critical application running in GCP requires an urgent update to fix a security issue without any downtime. How should you do this in CLI using the deployment manager? The answer is use gcloud deployment manager deployments update and point to the deployment config file. Next question. An intern joined your team recently and needs access to Google Compute Engine in your sandbox project to explore various settings and spin up compute instances to test features. You have been asked to facilitate this. How should you give your intern access to Compute Engine without giving more permissions than necessary? The answer is, this question is also from the IAM session. Here the answer is grant Compute Engine instance admin role for the sandbox project.